Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I know it's been a little while. Some wild stuff is happening in my life, but for now, I'm here, and we're going to celebrate together all this stuff. So last time we were together, we ended with Joshua chapter 20. We're in Joshua chapter 21, and we're going to kind of go from there. We're also going to finish with the book of Enoch to finish everything out. Hope everybody's doing well. And everything's going the way it should be for you guys, or maybe it's on the way there. So yeah, let's get to it. Joshua chapter 21, verse 1. The heads of the Levite families came up to Eleazar the priest, to Joshua son of Nun, and to the heads of the families of the other tribes, to the Israelites, at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, and said to them, The Lord commanded through Moses that the cities be given to us to dwell in, with pasture lands for our livestock. Out of their own heritage, in obedience to this command of the Lord, the Israelites gave the Levites the following cities with their pasture lands. When the first lot among the Levites fell to the clans of the Kohathites, the descendants of Aaron, the priests obtained 13 cities by lot from the tribes of Judah, Simon, and Benjamin. The rest of the Kohathites obtained 10 cities by lot from the clans of the tribe of Ephraim, from the tribe of Dan, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh. The Gershonites obtained 13 cities by lot from the clans of the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, and from the half-tribe of Manasseh. The clans of the tribe of Merarites obtained 12 cities. Okay, so basically it's like, it tells you what they got, right? So we're going to skip past that a little bit. These cities with their pasture lands, the Israelites allotted to the Levites in obedience to the Lord's command through Moses. From the tribes of the Judahites and the Simonites, they designated the following cities and assigned them to the descendants of Aaron and the Kohathite clan of the Levites, since the first lot fell to them. So, all right, we're going to move past a little bit. So it's listing them. And they're going to move past to chapter 12, or verse 12. Although the open country and villages belonging to the city had been given to Caleb, son of, I can't pronounce that, as his property, thus to the descendants of Aaron the priest were given the city of Asylum for homicides at Hebron, with its pasture lands. Also, Libnah with its pasture lands. Jatir with its pasture lands. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. So it's a bunch of cities. Let's keep going. 9 cities from the 2 tribes mentioned. From the tribe of Benjamin, they obtained the 4 cities of Gibeon with the pasture lands, Geba with its pasture lands. There we go again, more pasture lands. Okay, 13 in all. The rest of the Kohathite clans among the Levites obtained by lot from the tribe of Ephraim 4 cities. They were assigned with its pasture lands the city of Asylum for homicides at Shechem and the mountain region of Ephraim. Also Gezer with its pasture lands. From the tribe of Dan they obtained, okay, so we're going to keep moving down. All this information I'm sure is important to somebody, and it's important in the Bible, but we're going to keep moving on. It's a lot of pasture lands, pasture lands. Okay, here we go. And so the Lord gave Israel all the land he had sworn to their fathers he would give them. Once they had conquered and occupied it, the Lord gave them peace on every side, just as he had promised their fathers. Not one of their enemies could withstand them. The Lord brought all their enemies under their power. Not a single promise that the Lord made to the house of Israel was broken. Every one was fulfilled. So that's important. At that time Joshua summoned the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and said to them, "You have done all that Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, and have obeyed every command I give you. For many years now you have not once abandoned your kinsmen, but you have faithfully carried out the commands of the Lord your God. Since therefore the Lord your God has settled your kinsmen as he promised them, you may now return to your tents beyond the Jordan, to your own land, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you. But be very careful to observe the precept and law which Moses, the servant of the Lord, enjoined on you. Love the Lord your God, follow him faithfully, keep his commandments, remain loyal to him, and serve him with your whole heart and soul." Joshua then blessed them and sent them away to their own tents. For to half the tribe of Manasseh Moses had assigned land in Bashan, and to the other half Joshua had given a portion along with their kinsmen west of the Jordan. When Joshua said to them, when he sent them off to their own tents with his blessing was, "Now that you are returning to your own tents with great wealth, with very numerous livestock, with silver, gold, bronze, and iron, and with a very large supply of clothing, divide these spoils of your enemies with your kinsmen there." So the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh left the other Israelites at Shiloh in the land of Canaan and returned to the land of Gilead, their own property, which they had received according to the Lord's command through Moses. When the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh came to the region of the Jordan in the land of Canaan, they built there, at the Jordan, a conspicuously large altar. The other Israelites heard the report that the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh had built an altar in the region of the Jordan facing the land of Canaan across from them, and therefore they assembled their whole community at Shiloh to declare war on them. First, however, they sent the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh in the land of Gilead an embassy consisting of Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest, and 10 princes, one from every tribe of Israel, each one being both prince and military leader of his ancestral house. When these came to the Reubenites, Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh in the land of Gilead, they said to them, "The whole community of the Lord sends this message. What act of treachery is this that you have committed against the God of Israel? You have seceded from the Lord this day and rebelled against him by building an altar of your own. For the sin of Peor, a plague came upon the community of the Lord. We are still not free of that. You must now add to it? You are rebelling against the Lord today, and by tomorrow he will be angry with the whole community of Israel. If you consider the land you now possess unclean, cross over to the land of the Lord possesses, where the dwelling of the Lord stands, and share that with us. But do not rebel against the Lord, nor involve us in rebellion, by building an altar of your own in addition to the altar of the Lord your God." When Achan, son of Zerah, violated the ban, did not wrath fall upon the entire community of Israel? Though he was but a single man, he did not perish alone for his guilt. The Reubenites, Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh replied to the military leader of the Israelites, "The Lord is the God of gods. The Lord, the God of gods, knows, and Israel shall know. If now we have acted out of rebellion or treachery against the Lord our God, and if we built an altar of our own to secede from the Lord, or to offer holocausts, grain offerings, or peace offerings upon it, the Lord himself will exact the penalty. We did it rather out of our anxious concern, lest in the future your children should say to our children, 'What have you to do with the Lord, the God of Israel?' For the Lord has placed the Jordan as a boundary between you and us. You descendants of Reuben and Gad have no share in the Lord. Thus your children will prevent ours from revering the Lord. So we decided to guard our interests by building this altar of our own, not for holocaust or for sacrifices, but as evidence for you on behalf of ourselves and our descendants that we have the right to worship the Lord in his presence with our holocausts, sacrifices, and peace offerings. Now in the future, your children cannot say to our children, "You have no share in the Lord." Our thought was that in the future they should speak thus to us, to our descendants, we could answer, "Now look at the model of our altar of the Lord, which our fathers made, not for holocausts or for sacrifices, but to witness between you and us. Far be it from us to rebel against the Lord or to secede now from the Lord by building an altar for holocausts, grain offering, or sacrifice, in addition to the altar of the Lord our God, which stands before his dwelling." When Phinehas the priest and the princes of the community, the military leaders of the Israelites, heard what the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the Manassites had to say, they were satisfied. Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest, said to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and I love how it repeats the same people, "Now we know that the Lord is with us. Since you have not committed this act of treachery against the Lord, you have kept the Israelites free from punishment by the Lord." Phinehas, son of Eleazar the priest, and the princes returned from the Reubenites and the Gadites in the land of Gilead to the Israelites in the land of Canaan, and reported the matter to them. The reports satisfied the Israelites, who blessed God and decided against declaring war on the Reubenites and the Gadites, or ravaging the land they occupied. The Reubenites and the Gadites gave the altar its name as a witness among them that the Lord is God. Say they were all going over there and be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And they're like, "No, friend, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine." And they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine." They just didn't want to be punished. They've seen punishment enough, and they didn't want to be punished anymore. All right, Enoch, book 1, chapter 76. Let's get to it. At the ends of the earth, I saw 12 portals open to all the quarters of heaven, from which the winds go forth and blow over the earth. 3 of them are open on the face, i.e. the east of the heavens, and 3 in the west, and 3 on the right, i.e. the south of heaven, and 3 on the left, i.e. the north. And the 3 first are those of the east, and the 3 are of the north, and 3 after those on the left of the south, and 3 of the west. Though 4 of these come winds of blessing and prosperity, and from those 8 come hurtful winds. When they are sent, they bring destruction on all the earth and on the water upon it, and on all who dwell thereon, and on everything which is in the water and on the land. And the first wind from those portals, called the east wind, comes forth through the first portal, which is in the east, inclining towards the south. From it come forth desolation, drought, heat, and destruction. And through the second portal in the middle comes what is fitting, and from it there come rain and fruitfulness, and prosperity and dew. And though the third portal, which lies toward the north, come cold and drought. And after these come forth the south winds through 3 portals. Through the first portal of them, inclining to the east, comes forth a hot wind. And through the middle portal next to it, there come forth fragrant smells, and dew and rain and prosperity and health. And through the third portal lying to the west come forth dew and rain, locusts and desolation. And after all these north winds from the seventh portal in the east come dew and rain, locusts and desolation. And from the middle portal come in direct direction health and rain and dew and prosperity. And though the third portal in the west come cloud and hoarfrost, and snow and rain, and dew and locusts. And after these four are the west winds. Through the first portal adjoining the north come forth dew and hoarfrost, and cold and snow and frost. And from the middle portal come forth dew and rain, and prosperity and blessing. And through the last portal, which adjoins the south, come forth drought and desolation, and burning and destruction. And the 12 portals of the 4 quarters of the heaven are therewith completed, and all their laws, and all their plagues, and all their benefactions have I shown to thee, my son Methuselah. That's wild. It's very hard to follow. And the first quarter is called the east, because it is the first. And the second, the south, because the Most High will descend there. There in quite a special sense will he who is blessed forever descend. And the west quarter is named the diminished, because there are all the luminaries of heaven wane and go down. And the fourth quarter, named the north, is divided into 3 parts. The first of them is for the dwelling of men, and the second contains seas of water, and the abysses and forests and rivers, and darkness and clouds. And the third part contains the garden of righteousness. I saw 7 high mountains, higher than the mountains which are on the earth, and thence comes forth hoarfrost, and days, seasons, and years pass away. I saw 7 rivers on the earth, larger than all the rivers. One of them, coming from the west, pours its waters into the great sea. And these 2 come from the north to the sea and pour their waters in the Erythraean Sea in the east. And the remaining 4 come forth on the side of the north to their own sea. 2 of them to the Erythraean Sea, and 2 to the great sea, and discharge themselves there. And some say, into the desert. 7 great islands I saw in the sea and in the mainland, 2 in the mainland and 5 in the great sea. The sun and the moon, the waxing and the waning of the moon. So we're going to get started on chapter 78, and then our time will be done for today. And the names of the sun are the following. Yeah, that's a lot. There's names. There's little names here, and I can't pronounce them. These are the names of the 2 great luminaries. Their circumference is like the circumference of heaven, and the size of the circumference of both is alike. In the circumference of the sun, there are 7 portions of light, which are added to it more than to the moon. So the luminaries are massive. And in definite measures, it is transferred till the 7th portion of the sun is exhausted. And they set and enter the portals to the west, and make their revolution by the north, and come forth through the eastern portals on the face of heaven. And when the moon rises, 1/14th part appears in the heaven. The light becomes full in her. On the 14th day, she accomplishes her light. And 15 parts of light are transferred to her till the 15th day, when her light is accomplished, according to the sign of the year. And she becomes 15 parts, and the moon grows by the addition of 14 parts, and in her waning the moon decreases on the first day to the 14 parts of her light. Oh, that's wild, man. Can somebody map this out, please? Just like somebody do the math. So many different parts. But that's okay. We're going to pick up there next time. I appreciate you coming to see me, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.